Hello and welcome to this video where we are going to see how to tune your instrument, the violin, viola, cello or double bass. I am going to use a violin, but it's the same for the viola and the cello. The double bass is slightly different, but I will talk about that at the end. Let's have a look to the parts of the instrument, at the pegs and at the tailpiece. These are the pegs. You have one peg for every string, of course. The pegs are round pins that go into the holes of the peg box. But as you see, they go from thick to thin. That means that when you turn the peg in the hole, they always tend to come out of the hole and lose their grip. That's why if you keep turning on the pegs, they will come slowly out of the hole and will lose completely their grip. And at the end, they don't keep the tuning anymore. So when you are tuning your instrument, you always have to push the pegs a little bit inside the hole so they can keep their grip. All the stringed instruments except of the double bass have the same pegs which work on the same way. Point is that when you buy a new instrument, especially the budget instruments for beginners, they might not work very well. That's why it's a bit difficult to tune your instrument, especially as a beginner with no experience. Now at the other side of the instrument, you have got the tailpiece, which is this black part of wood with 4 holes in it for the 4 strings. In this case, you see 4 strings attached directly to the tailpiece and one using this small piece, which is called the fine tuner. By turning the fine tuner clockwise, the pitch or frequency goes up. And by turning it the other way around, it goes down again. We might also buy an instrument which has on all 4 the strings fine tuners like that. Or maybe you have an instrument which has another kind of tailpiece with the fine tuners incorporated, like this one. Here you see that the fine tuners are part of the tailpiece. These fine tuners work exactly in the same way as the previous one. I would suggest for beginners to have on all 4 the strings fine tuners, or by putting 4 separate fine tuners, one on every string, in a wooden tailpiece with holes, or using this tailpiece with the fine tuners already on it. I will make another video as soon as possible where I explain how to change the strings or to put another tailpiece on your instrument. The easiest way to tune your instrument is by using a tuner. You can download one for your phone or you can buy one like that, which you can find on several music stores or Amazon for less than $15. The tuner is pretty easy to use. Your goal is to see the note indicated that you are tuning. For the violin and the double bass, a G, a D, an A or an E. And for the viola and the cello, a C, a G, a D and an A, and that the needle points to 0. Some tuners may also have a light which will turn on as soon as you reach the correct pitch. The first step is to use the pegs to tune roughly the instrument, almost close to the note that you want to be. Mostly we start with the A string, which is this peg. Then you go to the D and the G and finally the E. Then by using the bow, you can fine-tune them by using the fine-tuners at the other part of the instrument. This is how you tune your violin, viola or cello. For the double bass there is a little difference, as that instrument doesn't have these kind of pegs, but has pegs with gears. These are already fine-tuning pegs, and you don't have the fine-tuners in the tailpiece. You don't need them either. Use these fine-tuning pegs to tune the instrument in the same way as I did with the violin. So this is how you roughly tune the instrument. It's a matter of experience. So I hope that you learned a lot in this video. I hope that now you can manage to tune your own instrument. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time again. Bye bye!